Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we are doing a daily grind setup video, and this one was highly requested. It was how to do Dutch doors and cuts in my daily grind planner. I had shared a reel and some photos a while back of how I had created that, and I got a lot of questions on it. So today I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to flip through the seasonal insert because I haven't looked at that yet. So we're going to take a look and see what pieces I want to put into my planner for the month of December. I'm kind of just scrapping November in my planner. I've used it here and there. I haven't decorated much. I've had a couple day breaks here and there. I just needed a slowdown and some real self-care moments. It was a busy September and October, and my word of the year is balance. If you haven't done a word of the year yet, basically what I use it for is to have one overarching word that helps me set my goals and work on the things that I want to work on for the year ahead. So this year was balance between family and kid stuff and my growing business. And so this month I've slowed it down a bit. As you've seen, I've had fewer videos, fewer posts on Instagram, all that stuff, but I'm ready to jump into December and get this all set up and have a really fun holiday-filled, family-filled, and full YouTube schedule because I'll be unboxing all my Advent stuff with you all and showing you how I'm going to use all that. So there will be daily videos in December, which is super fun. So we're going to start setting up for December so that I'm all ready to go. So where should we start? So much stuff. The seasonal insert just came out recently. It might still be available. I don't know. If you see anything you like or you want to try out the Daily Grind Planner, code AmyPlansThings will always save you 10%. And even during sales, that typically does stack. So they'll probably have some Black Friday sales and Cyber Week sales. So if they do, make sure you try to use my code as well, because it probably, I think, will save you an additional 10% on whatever deals they have. Okay, we need space. Okay, so we're just going to take a look at this, and I'm going to pull out the things I want to use because I won't use all the pages. Okay, so step into your winter wonderland. There's this whole thing, and it shows you everything that's in this insert. So there's always a quiz for like the aesthetic that you might want to go for that season or whatever. So I'm going to do that quiz later. It's always fun to figure out all the answers to uncover my holiday vibe, which I'll do later. I'm not going to do with you because our goal here today is set up those Dutch doors. So I'm not going to put those into my planner. Now, we do have these. This is a fun kind of cover page for the month, so we're definitely going to use that. And now I am already into November, haven't used it. This is a great kind of overview page. I think we are going to use that. And there's an extra one. That's cool. Okay. Holiday habit ideas for the various types. After you finish a quiz, you can figure it out, or you can just look at all of them and do all your habits. Let's see, I'm not going to do that right now. Habit trackers, I already have my own trackers, so I don't use these ones, but if you don't, these are a great add-on. Then, of course, we're going to pick one of these. These are Dutch doors ready for you. All you have to do is cut out along here, and then you have your own little coloring page that you can insert into your planner, and it's a Dutch door. Okay, so which one do I want? There are always different ones, and I don't want to put them all in because I won't get to coloring all of them. Oh, let's go with this one. I love the sleighs and the books and stuff. Okay. Okay, so here's a holiday reading list. I think I will put that in. And there's this like library card to write down your list. And then you can put your ratings on the back when you finish them. Cool. Okay, yeah. Grabbing that one. Then there's a winter reading list that's separate from the holiday list. So actually, I'm going to grab all of these because I want to look at winter books too. Okay, I'm not going to do the must-watch list because we're probably not going to watch a ton of movies. Okay. Oh, these ones are always fun. So shopping lists, if you want to have holiday cocktails, there are always some recipes here. And then here are the DIYs. Yeah, let's grab that. I'll go through later and highlight the ones I want to do. I'm going to look at all of them, not just by the personality from the quiz. Okay, holiday hosting guide, if you're doing that. We always go to my parents' house, so non-issue for us. So I don't need to put any of that into our thing. Though, gift giving plan, yes. Working on those holiday gifts right now, so that is helpful. Okay, so we're going to put all of these in to my planner, and then we're going to get to decorating. Okay, so right now what I've got is this one, but I think I'm actually going to take that out and save it. And then instead put all of this in because there was that nice one-pager sheet that was really clean. And what I'm going to use it for is outlining my daily videos. And I'm not going to decorate a lot. So what I'm going to do is put down the numbers of the days and then write down what I want my video to be. And then when it's filmed and edited and put, like scheduled on YouTube, I highlight it so that I know that it's all done and ready to go. So that's how I would use this one pager as a content creator. But so that'll be there. And then this, I'm actually going to put right in the front because later this week, I will cut this and color it. And then you will see just this little bit peeking out from inside. So that'll be pretty cool. Okay, so now we're going on to the actual planner for the Dutch doors. So if you're new here, this is what the Daily Grind Planner looks like. And it is a goal setting planner. So you set your top 10 goals with the intention to have daily micro movements towards those goals. So sometimes my goal is more of a habit, but I put it there because I need to see it every single day in that spot. So that would be like a water goal or things like that. But other top goals this month might be like, because I'm doing daily YouTube videos, it might be post 31 YouTube videos. And each day I would have a micro movement of I'm going to film today or I'm going to edit today. And I like to batch things. So I'll do 3 or 4 videos in one day and then film one day, edit one day, you know, and so on. So I would have different tasks towards that goal. Other goals might be, you know, eating healthier, and I'd create some kind of goal for that. And then the task might be meal plan one day. The task might be buy healthy groceries another day, and so on. But I feel like most of you watching up to this point probably already know this planner fairly well. So we have our weekly view, week ahead, thinking about the week and goal setting. Just a blank notes page. You can journal, whatever you want. And then we get into our daily pages. So this is where the micro movements go. You put your top 10 goals here. Once I figure out my goals for the month, I will use my Canva template to type them in and print them out so that I can just stick them down with sticker paper. You can grab that at my mailing list down below. There's a Daily Grind mailing list, and it'll give you this free template as well as some other things. And then I pick my top 3 to-dos so that if I can't do all of them, which I never do all 10 goals, but I have my top 3, which I feel are most important for that day. If I finish those, great. Game plan, that's kind of like your schedule, and then a whole bunch of other little things. So it's great. But what we're going to do is create Dutch doors using 1 week of pages. Okay, so I'm just going to take those out so we have room. Just put this on the floor next to me, and I'm covered in glitter now. Okay, these are stencils, by the way. I brought them out because I might want them, but I might not right now. First, I'm just going to show you how we can simply make these Dutch doors, though. And so the very last page is going to be this one, because this is the end of the week. And so this one is going to be the one that goes right there. So we're going to do this. I have all these tapes that are their recent tapes. I have these ones. I feel like I might be missing a couple, but my son was playing with all my tapes and things might have rolled. So they have all these functional ones, and then they have decorative ones. So we're going to go with one of the green ones, and we're going to alternate between green and others. And we're going to make some really simple Dutch doors or waterfall tabs, which are just straight cuts down the page. The hardest part is just lining up your washi tape. Oh my gosh, and then the paper shifts, and then... Okay, so we've got that down. And so we're going to leave it like that. We're not going to cut off the ends yet, because we need to know where to do the next one. And so because we don't have a ton of space, I want to layer these really close together. So I don't want there to be any gap, and I actually want it to go a little bit over what the other page has. So I'm gonna do it like that. Oh my gosh. Not like that. I'm trying my hardest, you guys, and it keeps shifting on me. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it down like that and take a quick peek. When I do it like that, yeah, I think that'll work well. So we're gonna do it and then grab some scissors, and we just cut this extra white part on the side. So I'm gonna show you how I make all the cuts first, and then we're gonna decorate the rest of it to make it all cohesive and go together. So you can see now, if I line up these punch marks here, you can see that we have this little tab here, so we can see both of them. So we're gonna do that on all these pages. So we're gonna flip this over and do a different green one. And again, I wanna line up these. If it's easier, you can do it in your planner instead of taking them out. I just tend to like to decorate with it out. I don't know, it's like the texture and the sensation of having it down versus up a little bit in your planner. I don't know, I like it better that way. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna pause and get some white out, because we are gonna be covering over this whole later area. So we are just gonna white it all out. And so what I do on this day, because I do cover up part of it, if I completed it, you can either give a check or a circle or something like that. And then if you don't do it, you can do a dash or an X or something like that. You can figure out what you want. So instead of done, you have two different symbols, and one means done and one means later. So create your own kind of key, whatever makes sense to you, and go with that. Okay, so again, we see that it's all nicely lined up, so I will go ahead and trim this page as well. Okay, so we've got those. Moving on. Moving the tapes aside that we've already used. Okay, and then this is the last one before it gets to the weekly pages. So this is going to be our last Dutch door. This does start to cut off some of the goals. So you won't be able to paste down the sticker. If you print out your top 10 goals, it probably won't fit when you start cutting off this stuff. So you'll have to write it out on those places. But I think it's worth it because I think it's really cute like this. But yeah, you just will have to write smaller in that space. But I'll show you the backside in a minute, because we are going to have to put some tape over there as well on some of them. Okay, so let's just make sure this is lined up. And I think I want to move it over a tiny bit. So I'm gonna move it over at the top first and then make sure that we can get it straight. Okay. Oops. Wait, that's not lined up with the paper. That's why. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Does it look good? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna cut this. And I am cutting off some things, so we may have to white out a few things if like part of the grateful for or whatever is cut off. I'll just white out the rest of the text and we'll make it work. Okay, so you can see that's what our Dutch doors, our waterfall tabs look like now. So we're gonna go ahead and get tape on the back side and then go from there. Okay, so you can see all of that's just a little bit smaller. So what I'm gonna do is take off the goals this month. We know that's for the goals this month. I'm gonna take off to feel amazing, grateful and excited for, and biggest win of the day. We can get stickers from the sticker books to put in there and just shift them over a little bit so that we still have titles, or you can just ignore it. I'm gonna match the tape on the right side to the tape on the left side so that we can do a green spread and then a pink spread all the way across. So we'll just grab this tape and put it all the way down, and we will trim all the tapes in just a second. Okay, so this one, you can see it is gonna get in the way of this just a tiny bit. I am gonna white out these hearts and the two, and then the top. And this one's gonna be the gingerbread with pink because we're matching from left to right. And if you don't have daily grind tapes, you can do this with any tape you have. Just the thinner, the better, so that you can fit more in. And then if you have a different planner, you can do the same thing, but again, some of the pieces may start getting cut off depending on the layout of the planner and all that, and you'll just have to adjust your layout for that week by shifting where some boxes are or how you use certain sections. And that's okay. And this isn't something that I do every week because it does take a little while to set up, but it's a really fun little extra creative moment in your week as you set up your planner. Okay, so we've got all that, and we're gonna trim all these. All the scraps out of the way. I feel like we should grab the one other page so that we can make a matching red spread on the other side of this. So let me get that. So with that, oh my gosh, tape stuck everywhere. This one, the week ahead. So that goes here with that one. So we will put the red over here. And each of these tapes matches with a theme in a sticker book. So we're going to be able to do 4 of the different themes right away. That's really fun. And we're gonna try out the tools. Okay, so you can see if I just do that, how that looks. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so we've got the system sticker book, which is like the functional stickers, and then we've got the doodle sticker book. So let's first find which one matches that. It might be this one. or it might be that one. I have a feeling it's that one. Let's just take a look. The doodle sticker book usually gives you a good clue because you can see some of the stuff in all of that. And you don't have to make it match. You could just grab whatever looks good to you. Which one is it? I feel like these match better, so we're just gonna do that. I'm not sure which one's supposed to go with which. Okay, so then for the thoughts for the week, let's go ahead and put down, I like to put down a couple of these as like labels and then grab a highlighter. Let's use a reddish one because we've got red everywhere. Should we use one of the stencils right now with a highlighter? Do I have any large boxes? There are some large boxes. Yeah, okay. So I like putting in a couple of boxes and then a couple of areas with lines, just because I think it breaks up the page a little bit and looks nice. So we have those, and then usually I draw my lines just without the stencils, but since we have the stencils, let's just... you know what? I don't think I need it because my highlighter that I'm using is not as thick. No, let's use it to keep the spacing correct. It's just with the thicker highlighters, like the Daily Grind highlighters, they probably fit perfectly and cover all of it. With the mild liners, they don't cover the whole section. Okay. I'm gonna not quite go all the way across there so we don't run into the line. And then I'm going to put it like that and do it up here too. Okay, yes. Then, because I want to try out this little kit, we have all these little washi cutters. Okay, so we have this tiny, cutest cutting mat. We have these various cutting tools. And then we have the little tweezers, which I'm about to use. So we're going to try those out. But first, because I want to try out the washi tool, I'm not going to use this right now quite yet. But I'm going to put this to here, and okay, now I'll use it. What I want to try is the little cutting tool and see how it does. Very nice. So it's nice and sharp, cut that really easily. You'll have to practice with it to test out different levels of pressure. The other way you could use it, if you don't want to potentially rip your page, is to rip the washi tape next to it, and it creates a straight line. So 2 ways to use that. Works pretty well. We can try the other ones too in a second. Okay, so I'm putting that down, and then we haven't even decorated this side yet. Okay, let's get some more red down. I'm gonna do it my normal way, which is to just freehand some highlight and create boxes inside the boxes and other places to kind of just break things up and make things look different across the pages. This one, let's put some washi tape there. Let's do a box here. And some lines here. Lines over here. And a box here. Okay, so then the washi tape. Again, we're going to use the same washi tape so it's all like matching. I'm just going to do it like this so that I can get them down. This one I'm going to make a little bit shorter. We'll trim it. So it's just like under the letters, like a little line under them. So let's try this one. So you can pull it up really big or really small. Let's just do it here. I feel like this one is going to cut through things. Yeah, that cut all the way through. Okay, guys, this is the uber sharp one. If you want to make Dutch doors and you don't want to buy a cutting tool and you don't want to use scissors, this one's going to cut through your page. Okay, we're not going to use that one again right now. Why did I whisper that? I don't know. Oh, look at how mini this one is. This one's tiny. That's very cute. Okay, yeah, that one didn't cut as much. Yeah, it didn't cut through or anything. Yeah, this one did cut through. I'm learning, right? I'm testing it all out for you guys. Okay. Then I'm just going to do that. Okay, now we've got like the basic stuff down, the functional stuff for these pages. And now we'll get to the fun stickers, the decorative stickers, to add just a few in here and there. I don't decorate these spreads like as much as I do my journal spreads, just because I do want it to be functional. But we can definitely put some decor in. And I want to try these. I'm not a tweezers person, right? I don't use tweezers a lot. But I'm curious because these are plastic and super pointy. So let's get one page. Try to pick them up. I'm not a, oh, that picked up pretty easy. I'm not a tweezers person, but that picked up pretty nicely. Okay, and this one, I want to do less. I mean, it's the holidays. We're going to be eating a lot of stuff, but yeah. Okay, I picked up those two pretty easily. This one I'm having more trouble with. Again, tweezers and me, you guys. Oh, there it goes. Okay. And let's put it down here. Oh, that's looking so cute. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a little paint bucket with string lights. So I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm not a tweezers person, as I said. I'm not that great. But as far as tweezers go, they bend a little bit more than the metal ones right here. But if I hold it up here, maybe it'll do better. Let me try that. They are very sharp, as in they pick stuff up easier than the metal ones already. Okay, so that's all I'm going to decorate on that side. Because so what I normally do, I have fairly long nails, except right now that one's broken down. But normally I just pick it up like that, unless it's the tiniest stickers. But I'm not completely against what's happening here. I feel like it'll take a little more practice, though, to get really good with them. Let's put stickers across here. The other thing you can do for the Dutch doors, which I didn't do this week, is put stickers all the way down it and get kind of matching stickers on the back side. And that would be using like the ornament here and the ornament there, one on the front, one on the back. And that usually works pretty well. And like you can see, some of the stickers are flipped. So they'll be perfectly symmetrical for doing that. You put them all down the front, then you make the cuts, then you find the matching sticker to put on the back. So you can do that. I didn't do that today. I'll do that in another video soon, or you can watch any of my creative journal videos, which show the technique with larger stickers and in a different format, like in a notebook, but it's the same thing. Okay, there's our first page. Okay, going to green. I'm going to put these away for now because it'll take time to get used to them. But I do like how pointy they are. So if you don't like using your fingers on picking up stickers, these are decent. If you hold them here, they bend a little and are harder to pick up. But if you hold them up here, they're pretty sturdy. Okay, anyways, moving on, going to a green one. So the pink is definitely the next page. Okay, green has all these little plants in it. Could be that one. I feel like this one might, no, that one's not that one. We're gonna go with this one. I don't know which one's right, but we're gonna go with this one. Okay. Yeah, so these, and these fit these boxes perfectly, except of course I cut this one down. But when I'm not gonna use them there, I like to put them as like highlighter on the to-do lists, and I put them every other one. So I'll do that here, and I'll also do it right up here. And then remember how we cut off the words on those? We do have words on the stickers here. So I will go ahead and put some stickers here. So this is to feel amazing. So I'm going to use that one right here. And it just goes over a little bit more. And since we're putting the stickers down, I'll go ahead and put the other stickers on it too. Just so they're all matching. There's one new one that I haven't used yet. They changed the layout on occasion on this system sticker book as they have new things that might be helpful. And one thing is this fits right in here. So let's go ahead and put that in. Oh, I ripped it. I'm much better at putting stickers in from the side when I'm trying to line things up. I ripped it. Am I going to keep this one or am I going to put a different one down? I think I'm going to try to salvage it. Don't want to waste it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So you can barely tell. Okay, we'll also put one down over here. We'll use the green one. I'm going to turn it to the side so I don't rip this one too. Okay, let's see, this is Monday. We can use the little Monday, Tuesday stickers and things like that. This just adds a bunch of color when you're putting all these different stickers in. For this one, let's go ahead and put in these little flag stickers instead of the 1, 2, 3. And then on this side, let's do 1, 2, 3 using these tiny ones. And this would have been a good use for tweezers. I'm just not going to pick them up again right now. Okay. And then down here is not as colorful yet. So let's add in some boxes. One here and one here. And then what I like to do is just add these little bits to add some color variation and stuff like that. All right, So that looks pretty good for that. We'll definitely add a few decorative stickers in as well. A little turkey. Let's do a present. Oh, the leg lamp, classic. We'll go ahead and put that one here. That'll fit pretty well. Bunny slippers. Okay. Since we have the turkey here, let's just add some more food around. The wine glass is the foil that is in all these stickers. So is the little hot cocoa mug. It's pretty cute. Takeout container. If I can get this one. Okay, let's see. Maybe one more sticker down here. Just like that. Okay, that one's good. All right, this is the pink one. All right, so we're to Wednesday, or Monday, Tuesday, yeah, Wednesday and Thursday. So we'll just go ahead and use those. And I didn't white those out, so I am just going to cover them up with the stickers wherever they are. Here. We have a little more space on this one because it's just a little bit wider than the one before it. My goal for this planner this month is to set up the entire month, like all the decorating, ahead of time. So get it done by December 1st. And the reason for that is that I know me, and I tend to use my planner more in times when it's decorated. If I don't decorate it, I'm less likely to use it. And I did take a little break this last month, you know, having a few days here and there where I didn't use it, and I didn't decorate it like ahead of time. If I was decorating it, I did it at the time that I was going to use it, and that didn't work as well last month. So decorating this right now with y'all, and then I'm going to go find all my like winter stickers and things like that and just sit down one evening with a cup of tea and just decorate. It'll be fun. It'll be just quickly getting through everything. This one takes a little bit more time because we set up the Dutch doors, but when you use bigger stickers or I don't know, just highlighters, it can go a little quicker and when you're not making cuts. But it's a fun technique, doing all the cuts. As you guys know, I love doing that in my journals. Okay. We are coming along with this. At the very end, I'll stick this back into the planner so you can see how it all looks when it's like that. I am going to add this too, because that's actually kind of handy. Okay, they're all stuck together. Okay, here we go. Now, the pink stickers. Oh, I love these stickers. The very Whoville stickers. Okay, this one we're just gonna have it like hanging off the Wednesday. That looks really cute. And I am just not even thinking about really where I'm placing the stickers. I am just trying to make sure they're not all across from each other and that there's some balance across the page. So like, because this one is here, I'm putting that one there and so on. Not a lot of thought going into it, just getting color and decorations onto the page because I use my planner more when it's decorated. So there we go. And that page is good. Let's get this page in. I feel like we're still missing a few things here that we could use. So let's go ahead and get one more box here and get one of those in. What time is it? Checking on when I need to pick up my son from preschool. Yeah. I have a filming day today and was very excited to jump into all this stuff, but don't want to lose track of time. We are going to what I've been calling a baby rave tonight. I think I talked about it back in like August or July when we bought the tickets, but it's like this artist, his name is Lenny Pierce. He does techno, but he does it to kids songs. And so it's like a concert for toddlers, and it's like Wheels on the Bus techno, and things like that. And my son absolutely adores his music. So we're going to that tonight. So I need to make sure my son naps before that, or else he'll be a very tired kid by the time we get to the concert. So don't want to be late for pickup with that. Okay, one more Grinch hand. Okay, there are those. And now we have one last page to decorate. Okay, come on. Whatever. Okay, so this one, we did the leg lamps. We haven't done this one yet. This one would go pretty well with it. Again, I don't know which ones go with which ones, but let's just do this one because we haven't used it yet, and the bright greens will go nicely with that. So we're just gonna do that, which it's this one. Okay. Oh, stickers we haven't used yet are these ones. These are fun little ones and fit really nicely right here. And then we can go ahead and put this one over here. And I don't need to use the stickers on this page this time because we didn't cut any of it off when we made the cuts on this page. Okay, what did I do here? Guys, somebody saw that, didn't they? You guys were talking to me through the screen, telling me it didn't go there. I always figure it out, but I always keep it in because I too make mistakes. And there, we fixed it. Okay, now we'll get Friday and Saturday on this. And then Sunday's back here. We're not going to decorate it yet. I'll use other stickers for that one. Okay. Perfect. And then let's, going back this way, let's not use the lined ones this time. Let's just put a box or two down on each side. Let's do it like this, and then we can use this smaller one because we've only got 3 of the bigger ones. Okay, there we go on that. Just need to get a couple of decorative stickers done. Oh, look at this one. The candy cane spaghetti. All right, I love all the little snail mail stuff. And the North Pole signs and all that. And again, I am not thinking about where I'm placing things. I am just looking for a little bit of, like, not making them right next to each other or lined up, because I want the balance to look pretty natural across the page. And it does that when everything's kind of misaligned. At least I think so. We haven't done any quotes, so let's go ahead and put this one down. Candy cane syrup. You can put Santa's workshop right here. It fits right there. That's cute. Let's go ahead and put these arrows in the game plan. Let's see, where does it feel like I'm missing something still? I think down here could use maybe like 2 things. And then maybe something right there. A little mailbox. Okay, I think we're done. So let's get the whole planner and stick it back in so you can see how the full Dutch door looks. Waterfall tabs, whatever you want to call it. All waterfall tabs are Dutch doors, but not all Dutch doors are waterfall tabs. Waterfall tabs are the simple ones where you're making like a very basic straight cut across the page. Okay, so here we go. Look at this. That is so fun. And then, so you have a little bit coming over here, and you just can't get away from that, but it's still a fun little look. And there we go. All right, there's the whole finished spread. Thanks so much for watching. Reminder, you can always use code AmyPlansThings to save 10% at Daily Grind Planner. Typically that even stacks on sales like Black Friday and Cyber Week. So check that out. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.